Yo, what is good, YouTube? We are back with another video for y'all boys. Let's just get straight into it. I'm gonna try and keep this short. So as we know, we have been in a sell model for the past couple of days, last couple of weeks, to be honest. I'm gonna just start from the 1 hour. As you can see, we didn't really coming into today. Let me just mark out these daily gaps. These are very prominent for what happened to today, but we didn't really have any high time frame PD arrays to work with. But coming into today, we did have this 30-minute gap right here. And we also had two 15 gaps, one right here and one right here that we can see. And so coming into today, I'm really just looking for one of these gaps to get hit and then potentially go lower, create a Judas model. And let's just get straight into today's recap where we see that I can see I took the dub. But so coming into the open, let's just start from here. Coming into the open, I wanted once again to see us go higher to then go lower, and we did get that. But the reason I didn't or couldn't take anything was due to the fact that there was just no entry for me. As you can see on the 1 minute time frame, we don't have any gaps, or we have this gap right here, and on the 30, we also have this gap, but it just went a little bit too fast for me to actually get in on the play. Right, and I'm going to drag out this weekly for value gap so that we can see, because it is of significance on for this play. And once again, I said I wanted to see us go higher to go lower because we are in a overall high time frame sell model. But off the open, we manipulated higher like I wanted, and we instantly sweep out these lows. But these aren't just any regular lows, of course. These are lows within a weekly gap. So right after we swept out the lows, I'm looking at market and I'm like, why am I still looking for shorts if we just swept out lows in the weekly gap and it's bullish? But on the high time frame, we're still bearish. On the low time frame, I'm still bearish. I'm not just gonna sway my buys due to the fact that we tagged the weekly gap when everything is showing me that we're gonna be bearish today, right? And so now I had to pivot from my initial idea to my backup. And now that we see that we had a manipulation at these lows, I now potentially want to see a resweep of this internal high, and then which is within a 30-minute gap, and then potentially still go lower, right? And that is exactly what we get, where we create this 30-second bull gap, and I'm just looking to take this inverse straight up, but I did have to front run it due to the fact that we just had a great displacement through the gap, and as you can see, okay, there it is. So we had great displacement through the gap. So I did front run it and I got in at 955, and we can see that I can't say we just ran, because after a certain point in time, for some random reason, we just chopped around. And I did end up getting a 1-to-1 on this trade. So I'll show y'all P&L real quick. 2.3K on the day. And as I was telling y'all yesterday I did lose 3.5K. So we're still down on the week, but it is what it is. But this should have been an easy 1-to-2 or 1-to-3, honestly. And for some reason, I end up with a 1-to-1, and it's just annoying. Sometimes it's like I'm not having fun. I did get a dub, so I shouldn't be complaining. But it's like we just created a whole AMD model within my trade, accumulated right here, manipulated higher, and then distributed again. And it's like this could have been a big winning day for me, and it's just cut short because market just doesn't have follow through. It doesn't know what it wants to do, and that's pretty disappointing. We did end up just selling off, and I did want to take another trade, but I didn't want to do something I'm gonna regret later. So I did just end up getting off the charts, but we did have a 5-minute gap right here after we ended up selling off. We had a 5-minute gap retrace, and then you could have took shorts against these lows, and then we ended up sweeping out some more lows. But that's my trade for today, and I hope your boys caught a dub. If not, keep grinding. Y'all know the message. Why not us? And yeah, I think that's it. Let me show y'all a chord real quick. It's really the same thing. When it drew the shorts, displaced lower sweeping sell side within a weekly gap. After a sweep of the internal high within the 30, took a 30-second short. Don't know why we don't deliver when we are right next to the lows. We'll get a 1 RR. And then, yeah, this is just me complaining about the trade. But, yeah.